Cardi B, in my first interview with her, she talked about her butt shots. And she got them illegally. Yeah, she said she went to a motel room and they shot her up and she doesn't even know what it is to this day.
Well, you know, when half of the strippers and the bartenders in New York City have illegal ass shots that is done practically by the same person, it's just like, yeah, I heard that some women died of it, but it's like, what are the odds? Like, what are the odds it's gonna be me? Like, what are the odds? I mean, I could have died with getting my boobs done, you know? It's just like, it was on some what are the odds type of thing. The only thing was that when I was getting my ass shots, I was awake and I almost passed out. Like, I was like, I feel like I'm about to faint. Like, I was saying to the lady and she's like, well, you only have one ass cheek done. So she gave me some milk and some cookies and then we just continued the procedure. And it's like, when I finished, his ass was fatter.
And look, this is one of the biggest artists in the world.
Today.
You that
Back then, though, she was just a stripper.
Yeah, she was just a dancer. But what I'm saying is one of the biggest artists in the world telling you she cut corners before to look good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
now she's one of the biggest artists in the world.
And now she's one of the biggest artists in the world. But what I'm saying is everybody wants to look good and feel good about themselves. So I understand that. But like you said, don't cut corners.
No.
You know, but natural or BBW,
BBL.
Or BBL.
BBW.
I mean, but BBW, I mean, I love all styles of women.
That's big girls.
Nah, I mean, when you think
beautiful women.
When you think BBW, you're not thinking big girls. It's nice sized girls.
Okay.
You know, I love all kind of women. But what I'm saying to you is BBL or natural, it's all good.
It's all good. I'm not telling women not to do it. I'm not telling anyone not to do it.
Just don't cut corners.
Yeah. If your teeth are crooked or yellow or whatever, go get veneers, man. It's all good. But don't go to the cheapest veneer place you could find and end up with these big Tic Tac teeth.
Yeah,
that you see sometimes.
Or veneers where you eat a sandwich and the teeth break.
Tooth falls out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go to fucking DR, you know, for the BBL deal of a lifetime and wake up without a kidney, because that happens.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? A lot of times these doctors who lose their licenses in America will go to DR or some of these other countries and continue to practice because they don't give a shit over there. They don't really check. Like, so it's just like.
But who do we blame? Do we blame the doctors or do we blame ourselves, society? Because listen.
It's a blameless situation. It's just a sad situation. But I feel like when someone passes away, we got to sit there and learn a few lessons.
But you gotta understand this of how a female feels about it, right? And me being in the industry, I've seen females get their body done and their whole life will change.
I know, I got it. Which is why I'm not telling women not to do it.
Or a female go to the gym and their whole life will change.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's easy for us, but these girls, they get their body done. Now they're getting attention. They got ball players in their DMs. Rappers, all type of scammers, or drug dealers. Yeah. They got all kinds of people in their DM. They never got that attention before. And because they got that work done.
Yeah, but men do the same thing. Like, there's an operation to make you taller now? You heard about this?
I've seen that.
You could put metal rods in your legs and you could gain like 5 inches. So you can go from 5'7" to like 6 feet overnight. But you got these metal rods in your legs and you got to learn how to walk again and you got to go through a bunch of shit.
That's too much
it's too much for me too. Listen, you got penis operations. You always want that 12-inch penis? Go ahead. They'll put some implants in that shit. Listen, dudes are getting BBLs. You know what I'm saying? Right. Listen, men get their teeth done, men get their hair done. You know what I'm saying? Men get tans, spray on tans, whatever. Everyone is guilty. Everyone wants to look good. Everyone's vain. Everyone wants to do it. That's all good. If you only have this one avatar, in your lifetime, which is your body, and if you want to use technology to enhance it, that's cool. But don't cut corners. Because I'd heard that she died in her hotel room right after the operation. But usually in a situation like this, you have a nurse who's in your hotel room for a certain number of time.
They got the homes for certain.
Yeah, exactly. They got places that you can go to for the recovery times.
Yeah.
The fact that she died by herself in the hotel room and there was no nurse there means that, oh man, she didn't have a nurse. Like, all these steps that you could have done to prevent this tragedy. It breaks my heart because I really like DC Young Fly.
Until DC tells us what happened, everything is just, we don't know what happened, man.
No, I feel you.
It's the whole thing is, the terriblest thing is, she's a beautiful woman.
Yes.
With 3 children.
Yes.
That lost her life.
Yes.
And DC is one of the nicest guys in the industry, in the business. You don't run into guys like that. Nick Cannon, guys is cool over there.
Cool guy, man. He's a cool guy. He's funny. He's had a hell of a career that started, you know what I mean? The fact that someone with a tattoo between their eyebrows is able to get to this height. Right. You know what I'm saying? Against all odds. You know what I mean? Who had a crazy, you know, we talked about his background and he was getting arrested as a kid and getting into all types of dumb shit. To go and become a working actor, a working comedian, always on tour, 85 South show is popping. He's genuinely funny.
And you gotta shout out Nick Cannon too, because what he did for everybody over there is amazing. Like he put a lot of money in people's pockets. Hitman Holla conceded all of them over there. Like it's just he really helped them guys out. So and DC is definitely a hustler, man. So
yeah,
condolences to his wife, man. I know it's hard losing somebody, especially you got kids with.
It's devastating. I don't think it's beyond hard. Yeah. I think it's beyond hard. I can't imagine the conversation he had with his kids. I'm wondering if his kids are old enough to even know. He may just mommy's on vacation for a while until he tries to figure out how to
you never could know until you in that situation, Vlad.
It's sad, man. It's terrible and it's sad. But like I said, I always want to, in situations, you always want to say, okay, like this person's gone, and let's learn lessons for us. You know what I mean? A wise man learns from others' mistakes.
Right.
You know, a regular man learns from his own mistakes. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's all try to be a little wise and look at the situation and say, okay, if I do decide to get a mommy makeover, which is a very common operation, but it's also a very dangerous operation.
But they got money, so you doubt they would go to a doctor where they're trying to cut corners. It was just... This guy probably, a guy was probably just referred and probably did work with him before and everything. Yeah. Work with the doctor before her. She did work with the doctor probably before.
Yeah, I don't know.
It probably wasn't a problem. Yeah. Sometimes, things happen and it's unfortunate, and it's a sad thing. And, hopefully, God will bless her and her family that, it's a lot of grieving for DC as well as the family, it's messed up.